It was an ordinary afternoon when Alex, a teenager with a lot on his mind, was walking home from school. Life hadn't been easy lately: bad grades, disagreements with friends, and constant arguments at home. Alex felt stuck, lost in thought, wishing for something to change. Everything felt the same every day, and Alex was tired of the same routine. As Alex walked past an old tree near the school, something unusual caught his eye. At first, it looked like just another piece of trash left on the ground. But as Alex got closer, curiosity took over. It wasn't trash at all. There, half buried under some leaves, was an old notebook. The cover was cracked, the edges were worn, and the pages looked like they had seen better days. Still, something about it made Alex want to take a closer look. Alex picked up the notebook and brushed off the dirt. It felt heavy and important, like it had been waiting there for a long time, just waiting to be found. As Alex opened it, the first page had a strange, bold message written in large, neat letters: 3 wishes will be granted. Be careful what you wish for. Alex stared at the words, not quite believing what they were reading. 3 wishes? Alex thought. This has to be some kind of joke. Who would leave a notebook like this lying around? And who would believe it could grant wishes? But then, why did it feel so mysterious? The more Alex thought about it, the more tempting it became. Life wasn't going great at the moment, and maybe, just maybe, this could be the chance to change everything. Alex didn't really believe it would work, but what if? What harm could one little wish do? After a moment of hesitation, Alex decided to test it out with something small. If it didn't work, no big deal. If it did, well, that would be incredible. I wish for a new phone, Alex said aloud, feeling a bit silly. The words hung in the air for a second, and then, suddenly, there was a bright flash of light. Alex blinked, startled, and looked down. There, in his hand, was a brand new phone, the latest model, something Alex could only dream of owning. No way, Alex gasped, turning the phone over in his hands. It was perfect, just like Alex had imagined. The notebook had actually worked. Excitement surged through Alex as he hurried home, eager to try out the phone. For the rest of the day, Alex couldn't believe his luck. He downloaded all his favorite apps, texted his friends, and even took a few selfies. Everything seemed perfect. But that night, as Alex lay in bed scrolling through the phone, something strange happened. The screen flickered for a moment. Alex tapped it, but the phone wouldn't respond. Then, the apps started opening on their own. One by one, random apps popped up on the screen, and the phone began buzzing and freezing. "What's going on?" Alex muttered, trying to shut it off. But no matter what Alex did, the phone kept acting weird. It was as if the phone had a mind of its own. The excitement quickly turned to frustration. Alex tried restarting the phone, deleting apps, even resetting it, but nothing worked. By the next morning, the phone was completely unusable. It was stuck on a black screen, buzzing occasionally like it was trying to come back to life. Alex stared at the phone, confused and upset. How could something that seemed so perfect go so wrong? That's when Alex remembered the warning in the notebook, "Be careful what you wish for." Maybe there was a reason for that warning after all. Wishes weren't as simple as they seemed. But Alex wasn't ready to give up just yet. Later that day, sitting alone in his room, Alex stared at the notebook. There were still 2 wishes left. Maybe the first one hadn't gone perfectly, but there was still a chance to fix things, to make life better. Alex thought for a long time, trying to decide what to wish for next. After a while, Alex smiled, a new idea forming. "I wish to be the most popular person at school," Alex said, feeling confident this time. It was a wish he had secretly wanted for a long time. Being popular meant everything would be better, right? No more feeling invisible or left out. No more being ignored. The next morning, as soon as Alex walked into school, things were different. People started noticing Alex immediately. Friends who usually ignored him now rushed over, saying hi and asking Alex to sit with them. Students who had never spoken to Alex before suddenly wanted to hang out, talk, and be friends. Everywhere Alex went, people smiled and waved. Even teachers seemed more impressed with Alex, praising him in class and calling on him more often. At first, Alex loved it. It felt like a dream come true. Finally, people cared. Finally, Alex mattered. The attention was exciting, and for a while, Alex enjoyed every moment of it. No more sitting alone at lunch, no more feeling like an outsider. But as the days passed, Alex began to notice something strange. The friends who were always around weren't really interested in getting to know the real Alex. They only cared about the popular version of Alex, the one they thought was cool. They didn't ask about Alex's interests, didn't want to hear about Alex's thoughts or problems. Everything was surface level, and Alex started feeling more alone than ever. At lunch, Alex sat surrounded by people, but no one really seemed to care. It was like they were just there because it was cool to be around Alex. Alex tried to start conversations, but it always circled back to things that didn't matter. No one seemed to care about who Alex really was. Do they even like me for who I am? Alex wondered. Or just because I'm the most popular person now? The wish that had seemed so perfect at first was starting to feel hollow. Sure, everyone knew Alex's name, and people wanted to be around him, but none of it felt real. It was as if Alex was living in a world where people only liked the idea of Alex, not the person behind the popularity. With each passing day, the excitement faded. Being popular wasn't what Alex had imagined. It didn't fix the loneliness or the feeling of being misunderstood. Instead, it made everything worse. Alex had never felt more isolated. By the end of the week, Alex had had enough. The attention, the fake friends, the shallow conversations, it was all too much. Alex wanted things to go back to the way they were before. Even though life wasn't perfect back then, at least it was real. Sitting on the bed, Alex stared at the notebook again. 2 wishes had been used, and neither had turned out the way Alex expected. Now, there was only 1 wish left. The thought of making another wish was scary. What if it went wrong again? What if things got even worse? But Alex couldn't keep living this way. Something had to change. Taking a deep breath, Alex made the final wish. I wish everything would go back to the way it was before I found this notebook, Alex said softly, almost afraid of what might happen next. There was a flash of light, and for a moment, everything went still. When Alex opened his eyes, the phone was gone. The popularity, the fake friends, it all disappeared. Alex was standing by the tree again, holding the notebook. Everything had gone back to normal. But this time, Alex felt different. The things that had seemed so important before didn't matter as much anymore. Alex realized that life wasn't about shortcuts or easy answers. It was about the journey, the choices, and learning from the mistakes along the way. Alex smiled and tossed the notebook back on the ground, letting it go. It didn't matter if someone else found it one day. Alex had learned his lesson. Be careful what you wish for. Life was messy and complicated, but that's what made it real. As Alex walked away, he felt lighter, freer. There were no shortcuts to happiness, no easy fixes to life's problems. But for the first time in a long while, Alex felt okay with that. Sometimes, the things we think we want most can lead to unexpected consequences. It's important to appreciate what we have and make thoughtful decisions. Wishes may seem like easy solutions, but they often come with a cost. In the end, the journey we take, with all its ups and downs, is what truly shapes us. What would you wish for if you had 3 wishes? Remember, wishes aren't always what they seem. Thank you for listening to this story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. See you in the next video.